Hey everybody, I'm ZeldaMaster and welcome back to the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. In this one we're going to be getting the Biggoron Sword, which is better known as the Trading Sequence side quest. And the reason why it's known as that is because we're going to be trading a bunch of goods throughout Hyrule with a bunch of people. And to start things off, the item that will actually eventually get us the Biggoron Sword, well, that item is actually a egg. Yes, you want to go ahead and make your way to the Cucco lady that we spoke to 7 years ago and has given us a bottle for rounding up her cuckoos. Well, somehow she's still allergic to cuckoos, but luckily her pen is empty, probably because the cuckoos are now dead. But if we speak to her, I bred a new type of miniature cuckoo. I call it the pocket cuckoo. I don't get goosebumps from this baby, so yeah, somehow she bred a cuckoo that isn't, that she isn't allergic to, which is kind of weird how she managed to figure that out, but also it's kind of weird that it's known as the pocket cuckoo. So yeah, cuckoos are very good at getting lazy late risers out of bed. Have you heard of them before? I like how she's just talking like as the cuckoo's an alarm clock, not an actual living thing, but it makes them very happy to crow cuckoo, especially when it wakes up a very heavy sleeper. However, my cuckoo's not entirely happy right now. You look like you're good at handling cuckoos. Here, take this egg. After the cuckoo hatches, bring it to me after a while and I'll check out its mood. What do you think? Will you try? Alright, let's go ahead and do it. And yes, this egg is essentially what's going to be able to get us the Biggoron Sword if we trade it right. But the funny thing is we're going to be trading this egg back to this woman. All we need to do is make the cuckoo and the egg happy. Now, I find this already really bizarre. How does she know that an unhatched cuckoo is sad? Also, how does she know anything about this cuckoo if it's still in the egg? Well, yeah, it's whatever, I'm not questioning the logic here, even though we're just going to go ahead and move on with things. So what we actually want to do is we want to first forward time until the next day, because after 24 hours, the cuckoo will hatch, or, at the next morning, and to easily do that, we want to play the Sun Song. The reason why I entered this building is so that way, when we do play the Sun Song, we respawn in the building instead of outside of Kakariko Village or at the entrance of it, having to walk all the way back here. Now I'm going to go ahead and play the Sun Song once again. You may have noticed people have entered inside the house right now, and that is because it's nighttime, but during the day, once again, they should be outside. And well, look at that, the cuckoo has hatched. Yes, after incubating it. It's a miracle of life. Alright, cool. Now with this cuckoo, what we really want to do is we actually want to equip it as an item and use it literally as an alarm clock. As you can see, Mario, aka Talon, is just sleeping at this house, so let's go ahead and give him a waking. And what in tarnation? Can a person get a little shutout around here? Okay, what's up, man? So, did you save Talon? Thanks, I'm going back to the ranch. Yeehaw! Cool, dude. So, yes, now this cuckoo is really happy because, Mario, every time you go idle in Mario 64, the dude falls asleep. And, well, it's the same case here when he's known as Talon in Ocarina of Time. I don't know, I can't help but reference Mario. But, yeah, we managed to wake him up. And now if we head back to the Cucco lady and show her this newly hatched cuckoo, she'll actually notice that, oh, your cuckoo looks pretty happy. He must have awakened an extremely lazy guy. You're a good cuckoo keeper. I'll give you a rare, valuable cuckoo if you're interested. Its name is Cojiro, and it used to be my brother's cuckoo. Its blue body is quite charming. It's so cute. Since my brother has gone, it's strange, but Cojiro has stopped crowing. Do you want to keep Cojiro? Okay, so she's randomly giving us her brother's chicken. I'll take it. So yes, it is known as Cojiro, the blue rare chicken that only crows around their brother. So, alright, now this is where things could get confusing. Where am I going to find her brother? How am I supposed to do this? This is where the true trading sequence begin, where you're pretty much going to be going back and forth throughout Hyrule and trading things off to eventually get your hands on something like this, maybe the non-generic version of this. This is a giant's knife. I want one that won't break, one with insurance, because this is just a generic piece of crap. But alright, so to get things started, now what's really cool is the game literally tells you what you need to do. You just open up the map, and if you look at the bottom screen, you can easily see the arrow is telling you that in Lost Woods is where we need to take Cojiro. And we're going to go ahead and essentially just do that right now by heading to Lost Woods and attempting to find the Cucco lady's brother. But pretty much you can just, after this quest here, after we head to Lost Woods and manage to find the brother, we'll be able to easily map out where every single other destination of the trading sequence will be. It's just, I just thought I'd kind of point this out just in case for those who don't know what to do. Well, you can literally look at the map for every single thing involving the trading sequence, which actually makes it really easy. That's something I never really felt like was necessary, but I just feel the need to point it out just in case. But either way, we're gonna go ahead and just quickly deliver these items back and forth so we can eventually get ourselves the sword that we currently have with us, but the actual version. So okay, I don't know why every time I call Epona, she is somehow clipping on the edge like that, you know, just like trying to walk in the water or whatever it may be. It's rather weird, but whatever. Let's just go ahead and take Epona all the way to Lost Woods. So yeah, that's pretty much the goal at hand. We're going to be making our way to the Lost Woods in search of Grog, which I don't know if that's actually his name in this game, but in Majora's Mask, which for those who've played Majora's Mask, you may notice all the similarities with all those names. The Cucco lady would have been named Anju, though, so I don't think I don't think maybe Grog's name is Grog in this game. He's just going to be called the punk guy, I believe. Let's figure out right now. So yeah, I made my way here to Lost Woods. We're in Kokiri Forest real quickly, and the reason why is so we can enter Lost Woods, because that little bridge that you know, links from Hyrule to Kokiri Forest is in between Lost Woods, but even Link, as big as he is now, sadly, cannot jump over the bridge. It would have been cool if you could do that, but what you can actually do is jump on the bridge, which would totally be worth trying out if you want to. That's with a magic bean, but that's aside the point. Here we are in the Lost Woods. I actually really like the way it looks when the sun is setting. We came at a perfect time, actually. It's not fully night, and here we have this really depressed guy just chilling. Well, if we take out our blue Cucco, so Cojiro, why, normally only a nice guy like you can, or like me, can tame you, which means you must be a nice guy, you must be. Please, Mr. Nice Guy, please deliver this to the old hag in the potion shop in Kakariko Village. This will disappear if you take too long, so you gotta hurry. Alright, dude, and we got an odd mushroom. So yeah, apparently it will spoil because it's from the Lost Woods. So the second we leave the Lost Woods, we gotta hurry, because as you can see, the timer, oh no, the timer starts immediately, so we don't want to waste any time. But yeah, this guy has made his way into the Lost Woods to somehow find this item, and now I guess he's having trouble leaving. Maybe he is already lost, even though we just walked in and he was sitting on a stump right by the entrance. But hey, he's not Link. He's a normal human, and humans shouldn't enter the Lost Woods. Link was raised as a Kokiri, so to Link this is must be common, right? I know I'm thinking too deep about it, but I do believe that might be the case, and why Link, you know, is able to maneuver through. He is the chosen one, but normal humans, Hylians like that, they can't, and they're not meant to be in the Lost Woods, and that's why, yeah, it's not gonna go good for our friend. And I guess Cojiro as well, because he's gonna go ahead and he kept the chicken is the name I'm looking for. I'm surprised he wanted it back. Why'd he leave it with his sister to begin with? If he wanted it so badly and just gave us this special item he entered the Lost Woods for. Okay, I'm not gonna think too deep about the lore of why the Biggoron quest is what it is and why you have to trade things with other people, but it is a thing to think about if you are just generally interested. And I don't know, I just find it fascinating, because you're going to essentially see what happens when we come to return to this guy. But I just realized something. Does this work? Does playing the sun song spoil it? Is the potion shop open at night? Let's figure out. This is actually going to be kind of awkward figuring out, because I'm not entirely sure right now. Let's go ahead and quickly make our way to the shop, because I don't want to play the sun song if that's technically going to fast forward time for the odd mushroom. So it's worth checking right now, and closed until morning. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. So we don't waste time walking all the way up here. I'm going to try this. Hopefully this works. If it doesn't, we're pretty much going to have to pick up the mushroom again. But our goal is to essentially... should we just enter and then redo it? Let's try that. Let's see if this works fine. So I'm going to go ahead and now play the sun song. And the reason why I did that is because if I played it outside, I would have to wait to see the sun come up. But since I played it entering the temple, the timer is still going, and it just reset to daytime. And now I happen to be standing right here instead of at the entrance from Hyrule Field. I'm at the entrance from the Death Mountain Trail, so it's perfect to easily get into the potion shop without wasting more time. Hop down here, yes, because it's at the back of the potion shop. You don't actually want to talk to the dude selling you potions. It's over here where the old hag is. This is a really cool shop. I mean, it's essentially, I guess, the extension of the potion shop where it's truly made. And, well, if we go ahead and show this really weird looking lady the mushroom. That fool, he had to go into the forest, I see. Hey, give it to me now! Okay, take it, old lady. So, she didn't seem to be too happy. Like, she's petting this cat, and that's the only thing that didn't, like, you know, dim down. It was just her and the cat. Very creepy. But, if you see that fool, give this to him. It is the strongest medicine I have ever produced. However, this poultice will not work on a monster, okay? And well, you receive the odd poultice. Now, I want to say this was like called the odd potion in the original game, but I believe it was actually called the odd poultice. Maybe I just don't remember properly. But regardless, they say that there is no medicine that can cure a fool. I guess that's true. Okay, cool. Regardless, let's just go ahead and now leave. Luckily, we are not timed for this one, so we can take our sweet, sweet time making our way back to Lost Woods. But the goal is just to quickly head back to Lost Woods and attempt to deliver this odd poultice to the weird guy that she mentioned. But yeah, I do like how she mentions that he shouldn't have went into the Lost Woods and that he's a fool because he did. Because maybe getting this odd mushroom wasn't actually worth what will happen to him, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. So, alright, let's just go ahead and slowly walk our way out. Hopefully Epona will be waiting for us. It's not really that big of a deal. I can just play Epona's song, but, you know, I don't want her to be, like, running towards the edge again. So yeah, at least Epona waits for you wherever you left her last when you enter an area. Really convenient for just, like, maneuvering around the overworld. Like, I gotta say, for like one of the first open world games like this, they did such a good job, because I feel like till today a lot of games take influence from it. But what Breath of the Wild did was like pushed everything to another level. It was like any terrain you see is climbable, so there's no like this. I can't like look at here and be like, oh, okay, so I can't go beyond here. No, you can. And then, you know, the Hortus can pretty much enter any village, anywhere. That was also really cool. The freedom in that game is surreal. Sadly, in this game, you know, we are blocked by loading screens, and I consider, honestly, Hyrule Field to just be a giant loading screen in between each area, because Hyrule Field in this game is completely empty, and it really has not much to it. It's literally just the time that you waste moving from one place to another. It's what fills up all that time. And when you really look at it, you know, me playing this game for so long, I truly feel like just, yeah, Hyrule Field feels like a giant loading screen. Nothing more. There's literally nothing to do in Hyrule Field outside of just walk to your destination. While there are a few enemies, they're so minimal and so specific that it's not really like that important either. So yeah, but aside the point, because now we're here, and again we're here at a perfect time. But as you can see, what is this little girl doing? That guy isn't here anymore, except for the Kokiri. People who come into the forest end up lost. Yeah, I mean, it is called Lost Woods for a reason. So they all become Stalfos. Whoa, that's why he's not here anymore. He only his saws left. Hee hee. Okay, so can I have the saw, little girl? I mean, I don't think you should have it. So the guy isn't here anymore. Yeah, she's gonna pretty much repeat what she said before. I should have showed her the medicine first, but that medicine is made of the forest mushrooms. Give it back. Okay, let's do it. And in return, we get pretty much the Poacher saw, which was, I guess, the saw he used to saw off the mushroom. I don't know. The dude left it. So, are you becoming one too? Whoa, chill there, little girl. I'm not gonna become a Stalfos. I am beyond this. Even though I'm not a Kokiri and am stuck as a kid my entire life, I'm also not a normal Hylian, because the Lost Woods is nothing to me. Yeah, so let's leave. But yeah, I don't know. That's pretty essentially what I was getting at earlier with his like story behind it. He he might have just ended up becoming, you know, the Skull Kid or a Stalfos or just a lost thing. Well, not the Skull Kid, but a Skull Kid. I don't know. That's like the essentially what the Kukiris are trying to make the myth become, and I would like to believe that. You know, maybe it is just a myth, maybe it's not. Could be reality. It's a game though, so I don't know why I'm thinking this deep into it. But alright, so yeah, with the Poacher saw, well, what do we do with that? That seems a bit random. This is where things could get a bit confusing, but not really, because the game doesn't actually tell you where to go. It does. It literally says to head over to Gerudo Valley. As you can see, the arrow is on the bottom screen, and yeah, all we need to do is make our way there. If you don't know what you're supposed to do, I guess it's just like put the pieces together, and if you have explored Gerudo Valley, you may know that there are, you know, carpenters there, and I guess the saw will come in handy because it's actually the carpenter's saw, essentially. So we're going to go ahead and bring this Poacher saw over to Gerudo Valley. I believe we've only been here as a kid, so this is going to be a bit interesting coming to as an adult. You're going to need Epona for this, or the long shot, I believe. I don't believe that our current hook shot is long enough to actually do this for us, so yeah, Epona is a must. Plus, Epona in general, you don't want to do the Biggoron Sword quest without it, because as I mentioned, Hyrule Field is a giant loading screen, and without Epona, the loading screen goes very, very slow. So yeah, you want to make sure you utilize her. But there we go, we have managed to make our way here. Sadly, the music won't kick in because it is nighttime. I freaking love Gerudo Valley's theme, but it's whatever. Let's just go ahead and make our way to this bridge, and you may notice that the bridge is broken, but voila, Epona, being the beast she is, was able to easily jump over just like that. And now what I want to do is I actually want to get off Epona so I can speak to this guy. These guys, they're terrifying looking. Look at that. But yeah, this is a carpenter. If I go ahead and show him this poacher's knife. Ah, that's my saw, it's mine, but I thought I left the saw with my old lady. Oh well. So I guess the old lady gave it to, you know, the guy, and then yeah, eventually he lost it. So my Biggoron tool broke, so I was going to Goron City to get it repaired. You coming here is a great timing. Will you give me my saw? All right, let's go ahead and give it to him. So good kid, thanks. I'm sorry I can't give you anything in return, but take this anyway. So you are giving me something in return. So yeah, we traded the Poacher saw for the broken Goron Sword. So yeah, it's called the broken Goron Sword. I was gonna say the broken Biggoron Sword, but no, it's just a Goron Sword right now. Eventually it will become the Biggoron once we visit Biggoron himself. Yes, and Biggoron's location is now marked on our map, so we can easily make our way there. But I don't even think I want to use Epona here. I think we actually want to just jump straight off and teleport to Biggoron. Now you may be wondering where Biggoron is. He's actually atop Death Mountain because no pun is like intended, but the dude's a big Goron. That's why his name is that. I don't even try. It can't be a pun if that's literally what his name implies. He's a big Goron. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and reach Biggoron so we can give him his knife. Now this is kind of funny because as you can see, we have both this, the one that we can use in battle, and we also have the item version, which is actually an official version. So technically we have the generic and the real version of a Biggoron Sword that both happen to be broken, sadly. But okay, let's go ahead and just watch what's happening. I didn't want to accidentally fall off, but yeah, there we go. We used that lily pad to bring us up here, so that way we can reach the very top of Death Mountain, because atop Death Mountain is the Goron himself. Yes, Biggoron lives right here, as you can see, and yeah, that's a big Goron. Alright, so let's go ahead and show him this knife of his. So that broken knife is surely my work. I really want to repair it, but because of yesterday's eruption, my eyes are irritated. There are fine eye drops in Zora's domain. You will find them if you go see King Zora. Please, get me the eye drops. Alright, sounds good. And just like that, we got a prescription for we checked in the Goron Sword and received this so we could show it to King Zora. Yeah, it's kind of random. I mean, we started out with the blue chicken, or technically an egg, and then eventually turned into a blue chicken, and now here we are checking in the Biggoron Sword like it's ours, not the freaking carpenter, and pretending that we're gonna help him to get it. I like it. If stealing the Biggoron Sword and if fixing the Biggoron Sword and just stealing it and keeping it for ourselves is the way to get it, I don't care. I'll do it. Why not, right? That's essentially what Link is doing. He's straight up not going to give it back to the carpenter. He's just going to keep it for himself, which is what we want. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. So, essentially with what he mentioned, and this is where you'd want to have the ice cavern complete, which we did in the previous episode, is we need to speak to King Zora. Now, King Zora obviously is located in Zora's domain, which has been frozen over. If you didn't unfreeze him with blue ice, the dude would still be frozen, and yeah, that wouldn't work. So yeah, you want to make sure obviously that is done and you're able to easily head to him, because once you are, we'll be able to easily show him this prescription and see if he can give us exactly what we're looking for Biggoron. So that way Biggoron can go straight to work on our sword and give us the sword we're waiting for. But yeah, if like for some reason you don't want to do this whole side quest and you just want to pretend you have the Biggoron Sword, you could always do this route and buy the crappy giant's knife from the other big Goron inside Goron City instead of atop Death Mountain, which we've done before ways back. And wait, why did I play the sun song? Okay, let's wait. Let's wait for the sun to go down so I can have it come back up. I'd rather have it day while exploring Hyrule Field. Don't know why I did that, but okay. The other song I want to play, which this is the more important one, is Epona's song, because I want to just quickly make my way to my destination here without having to have Epona, slowly come. And this is another thing. If you are timed and you need to play Epona's song, this might kind of suck, having to play it and then having her over here, having to like slowly make your way to her. That could waste a couple seconds, which may be annoying for some people. And that is why I just want to make sure Epona is always with me before I enter an area, because yeah, I pretty much just want to make sure I can always easily just continue moving, because I do believe the item we're going to be getting from the Zora King will actually be timed. So having Epona chill right here waiting for me the second I escape from Zora's River, because we're going to have to backtrack in a bit, will be much easier than just playing the song. I know it's shaving off seconds, but it's whatever. Okay, so can we do the spin? I don't think Link can do the spin with this. Whatever, I just picked up some items. That will do, but okay. So yeah, our goal is just to quickly make our way to the opposite side of this river, because it does take quite a bit to actually reach. Luckily, we do have the silly pad. This stuff is super convenient, actually. But okay, let me quickly jump off, because it was just going to start heading back. And how fast those move, you definitely don't want to be standing on it when it starts to go back, or you're just going to waste time. But okay, so we can feel the Arctic winds slowly creeping from the domain. Now, the song I want to play is Zelda's Lullaby to enter the domain itself, and we're just going to go ahead and make our way straight up to the king and show him this. But yeah, I don't know, I just really like this quest as a whole, because while you are going to eventually do everything we're doing, you have to go all around Hyrule. This is something that just forces you to do this, and I don't know. For its time, it must have been just really fun to take on. At least I had a lot of fun when I was younger, first doing this. I fell in love with the weapon itself, the Biggoron Sword. And I feel like that's why I just love the Biggoron Sword so much. I mean, it's so nostalgic. And I had the same feeling with Majora's Mask when I ended up getting the two-handed sword. In that game, I don't want to spoil it. It's actually considered like an item, like a random weapon, instead of equipping it like this. But if you played Majora's Mask, you know what I'm talking about. I just really like two-handed swords. Even though the Master Sword is the true Blade of Evil's Bane, I swing with, the two-handed weapons. But okay, beside the point, let's just go ahead and show the Zora King this. Ooh, this is, well, eyedrops. You may say we have them. You may say we don't. We do have the ingredients. Yeah, sadly, you may have just the ingredients. So if you take the ingredients to a doctor at the Lakeside Laboratory, he can make the drops for you, but you need to deliver them fresh. So yeah, can you make it before they spoil? All right, let's do it. And it's a really happy frog. Yes, use the prescription and receive the eyeball frog. Deliver it to Lake Hylia while it's cold. All right, we got to be quick, because if this frog isn't cold, it's gonna spoil. I don't get that either, because it's like it's a living frog, and I guess maybe it will die. Maybe it's like a frog only used to cold weather or something. But yeah, we're essentially timed, and now we need to make our way all the way to Lake Hylia. So this is what I meant by kind of leaving Epona at the end of Zora's River. So that way, when we slowly make our way out of here, we can easily jump on Epona, head north for Lake Hylia, or rather south, looking at the map, to Lake Hylia, and yeah, just attempt to do it. I can't help but like feel like it's north because the way the map's reversed can't help but throw me off a little bit. But you know, I've gotten used to it. Like, think about it, the only difference between this version of the game and like the original version of the game, taking on this side quest, is the fact that the map is mirrored, and that's not really that crazy. So, you know, like, doing this in Master Quest is almost no different than doing it normally. Every overworld thing is exactly the same, which isn't bad, to say the least, but it is nice that we have a slight change, you know? I do feel a bit disoriented playing still in Master Quest. I like how they mirrored it, and I wish they did that for any hero mode, Master Quest, all those modes. They should definitely just mirror the map. It doesn't seem like it's that difficult to do game-wise, and I mean, it definitely adds to the game itself. It makes it feel a bit different. Imagine if like Breath of the Wild's Hyrule in Master Mode was completely mirrored. That'd be awesome, because there'd be certain like shrines you totally get confused trying to find because you're used to it the right side way, not the mirrored way, and that may just throw people off. Even if it's slightly, it will still might throw people off, and to me that's just a cool concept. But alright, I just realized this is like the final stretch of this quest altogether, because now what we need to do in this... Oh! This is the only problem. This is where... No, Link, stop. Okay, I'm wasting time. Crap. I can easily just go around, or I can use Epona. Sometimes Epona might be really stupid, though, and not listen. And as you can see, look at how much time we're shaving off just by not having Epona jump properly. There you go. And come on. Okay. Phew. I did not want to sit and try to waste time having Epona do what she should normally do, and that is jump over ledges. It's like just slightly having her tilted, or maybe not move with the same momentum she should be moving, will just completely glitch and not have Link jump. But as you can see, time is very crucial. There is no time you want to waste, because now we only have 30 seconds. Luckily, we've made it, so it's not that big of a deal. So let's go ahead and show this guy okay, whoops, I need to get like really close to him. There we go. Okay, enjoy. So, oh wow, I haven't seen an eyeball fry like this since Zora's domain froze over. These eyeballs are so delicious. Tonight I will cook fried eyeballs for the first time in a long time. Oh, chill. Such great stuff. Please say thank you to King Zora. Hey, what? These are making for Biggoron's eyedrops? Oh, how disappointing. You should have said in the first... You didn't really give me a chance. You just wanted to eat it the second you saw it. But whatever. In seconds, the dude grabs the frog just living, and voila. It's now medicine. So the medicine doesn't last, or doesn't have any preservatives in it, so it won't last long at this temperature. So yeah, we gotta run fast to Death Mountain in order to give him the world's finest eye drops. Was the frog like liquidized into a star looking bottle? I don't know, but we're given 4 minutes at least, so that should be plenty of time. Now, this is actually where this quest can maybe completely fall apart for you. This is the final part of the quest, by the way. Or just work out in your favor in a way where you did not expect it to. And what I mean by that might sound a bit weird to say, and I will show off, because I'm not going to be doing that easy way. I'm going to be doing the more slightly complicated way, which you guys are going to see what I'm talking about. And that is by having to make my way all the way atop Death Mountain without any shortcuts. Now, what do I mean by that is, since we're given 4 minutes and we actually have to reach the top of Death Mountain, you must make your way there without teleporting. The easiest way to get there, the fastest way, would be like what we did when we got the Poacher Saw, trading it for the, Biggoron Sword, the broken piece of the sword. And when we did that, we just teleported with the Bull of Fire to inside Death Mountain's crater. Very easy to do, but that obviously took longer than 4 minutes. Apparently the game wants you to know that when fast traveling, that breaks this whole quest, and essentially more time would have passed. So if you play the Bull of Fire to, quickly you know, make your way atop the mountain thinking that's the easiest way to do it, you'll just end up cutting out all the time and ruining the quest and having to redo all of this. Not the whole quest from the beginning, but from delivering the eyedrops, and that's obviously something you don't want to do. So the way you have to do it, obviously, is by walking there, which, as you can see, we're doing pretty well. We're almost halfway in, and we're about to reach the Trail of Death Mountain, which is essentially the final step for it. And if I did do something that I didn't do, it would be literally, this would be like the last 20 seconds for this quest, because we would easily be able to make our way to the very top of the mountain. But I'm just gonna show off what I forgot to do. So it doesn't matter, because we literally have half the time left. If I can't make my way to the top of Death Mountain in 2 minutes, then I deserve to, you know, mess up this quest. But to make this so much easier, there was a heart piece that we got up there. If you planted a magic bean, that would have been like right here. The magic bean would have actually taken you from down here all the way to the top of Death Mountain without having to traverse it. So right now we'd be already on the top of Death Mountain and we'd be done with this timing quest. But since I didn't do that, because I showed you guys a cheaper way to get the piece of heart, which is still very doable, yeah, I saved out on that magic bean, and now that magic bean, me trying to be cheap by saving out on a magic bean, has come to pretty much add more time to this quest. But as you can see, with us given still a minute, I believe that this should still be very easy to do without that traveling pad. So that's the main reason I would have done this without, even if I had planted the magic bean, I would have showed you guys this pathway, because, you know, just in case those who haven't done it, I want to show that it is possible to do this without having to you know, make your way across. Now I need this tech deck to jump down real quickly. Perfect. Okay, and now we can easily make our way to the top with nothing to worry about, because after killing those 3 Skulltulas that are on the wall, this trail, I know it looks like it's so long and huge and scary, but it's not. We're done. Like, look at this. It's like a little jungle gym. It's over. And now we have a nice 30 seconds to spare, so wake up, Big Goron. Because I got something for you. I got your eye drops, so go ahead and enjoy, buddy. Let's go ahead and show it to him with a little time to spare. And, oh, you brought the eye drops. I'm so relieved. I'm going to use them right now. I like how you could hear the echo of the, you know, the drops. Wow! This is stimulating. It's working great. Now I can get back to my blade business. My work is not very consistent, so I'll give you this so I won't forget. After a few days, please return. Wait, just wait patiently. And there we go. We got the Biggoron Sword, the claim check. That's essentially what it is. I like how I put Biggoron Sword ... But yeah, this here, by showing it to him, we'll be able to get the true Biggoron Sword, because he is currently working on fixing it. So for now, for these 3 days, we're just going to have to deal with this and enjoy it for what it is. But obviously, we don't want to wait all 3 days and do stuff throughout the 3 days. I want to have time fly by so I can get my sword as soon as possible. Now, yes, the sun song will essentially do it. While we can see this guy physically not moving at all, time is still passing by. So with every sun song that passes, 12 hours go by. So we're going to go ahead and keep playing this until the span of 3 days have passed. And once that happens, he should be done if we show him the claim check. So just wait until you hear the cuckoo. You know, the cuckoos love, you know, crowing when it's daytime, I guess. I mean, like, whatever the cuckoo lady said. But I think this should be the last time. I like how the lighting on him changes so much. It's kind of cool to see it go by so quickly. But, okay. So, I want to say this is the last day, but maybe because we started skipping time at night, we might have to wait one more 24-hour cycle. Let's go ahead and check. So, what do you say, buddy? Your sword is my finest work. All right, we did it. Well, he did it. Let's claim it. So there we go. You traded the giant's knife for the Biggoron Sword. This blade was forged by a master and won't break. Well, we can kind of prove that wrong. Now, in this game, yes, The Biggoron Sword we have now gotten will never ever break. This officially replaces the Giant's Knife and is a stronger version of the Master Sword that has more range, that is overall so much better, and that is why I prefer it way more than the Master Sword. I stinking love the sword. But, in Breath of the Wild, it was proven to break from the amiibo, and I think we can technically not necessarily use Breath of the Wild as an obvious proof that the Biggoron Sword can break, because how did it break with the Carpenter? If this was his actual work, that means his work can clearly break. So Biggoron can't forge metal that will never break. He is not this ultimate blacksmith. He's just a dude who made a really cool sword, and while it's unlikely to break here, it can still somehow break. If you're a stupid carpenter, you can do it, you know, like that guy. Anyways, yeah, thank you all so much for watching this episode. I guess leave a like if you enjoyed, but that does it for this one of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. We did a side quest that really didn't differ in both games, but we had to do it so we can get the sword to prepare for what's up ahead in our Master Quest adventure. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching once again. Let me know which sword you prefer within this game, the Master Sword or the Biggoron Sword. I'd like to know. As I've mentioned many times, the Biggoron Sword is my favorite. Anyways, be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!